let's start, GD. Okay, so everyone understood first. The topic is merits and demerits of cashless economy. In short, you have to say the advantages and disadvantage of cashless economy. Hmm. So, who want to go first? Unfathomable.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Okay. So first of all, let's just understand like basic what is a cashless economy. So it doesn't mean that there is less amount of cash, but rather than having transactions based on the physical terms of money, we try to do transaction online. So that's why it is called a cashless economy. Okay. So yes, talking about the advantages and disadvantages, like every coin has two sides, so does this thing. And yes, with due course of time, we have become more inclined towards a cashless economy because even in our day-to-day life, I think we prefer transactions through GPay, Paytm and stuff rather than having money in terms like physical terms. Okay. So talking about the advantages, I would like to highlight a few. The first one being it's very convenient in the sense that if we have to send money to any one of our friends or family, all we have to do is just tap and within seconds the transaction is done. So this is not possible if it would have been in terms of offline payments because the person might we need to reach that person or by some other means by post and stuff. So it's very convenient. And the second thing is it caters to every section of the society in the sense that at times, like if I talk about when we have to pay bills of various things, earlier we had to go to the specialized institutions and send it there. But now all we need to have is a proper connection, network connection. And yes, within just fraction of seconds, we are able to do the transaction that's required. So this is another thing that I would like to highlight. And talking about the disadvantage, yes, it has not been that much of resilient till now because India hasn't, we don't have that strong of an internet connectivity. Like we still can see that people, those who live in remote areas, we don't have a proper network connection there. So yeah, it acts as a hindrance. Although there are other forms of payment that can be done, like there is AEPS, that is Aadhaar enabled payment system is there, and various NPCI products have been launched, the National Payment Corporation of India. Even if we don't have a smartphone, we can do the transaction. But the thing is, it hasn't reached to every section of the society. People aren't still aware about the methods through which the various transactions can be done without cash requirement. So yes, proper knowledge has to be there. We need to give them proper knowledge. And yeah, like financial inclusion has been done. Like banks are creeping to every section of the society. Like we have the banking correspondents who try to give us about information about how can we do online transactions. So these are the things that I would like to highlight. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Your all points are valid and correct. So next, who want to go? Silent boy.
Hi, hello.
Yeah, y- you can speak about this topic. The topic is merits and demerits of cashless economy.
Cashless economy. Okay. So I think topic is very interesting and cashless economy. I think everyone is aware about all this concept. I think so. It means that when there is something, when there is economy is running without having, I can say, money in physical terms. So I think it is the new revolution in the economy. I can say we don't have to go to the, I can say, banking points to have transaction. Rather, we can do it through the digital means. So it do have both merits as well as demerits. And regarding its merits, I think it is. I think it can be. It is fast. There is no so much rush, or we can say a huge crowd in our banking points. and we can have transaction through electronic means. And the good thing here is that we can just transfer money to hefty amount of money. We can even transfer through there are some, I can say, through means like NEFT is there, like RTGS is there, real time gross settlement. These are some of the ways where we can even transfer hefty amount. Okay, so but the thing is that here the country like India, where people are not so much I can say digitally literate, they face lots of problems. Although it is more convenient, it's more faster, it is more, I can say, it is more facilitating, but the problem is there that we are not digitally actually aware. So the second most important thing to know is that there is the matter of cybersecurity. We don't know that sometimes the fraudulent elements are also there in the system, and they can sometimes misuse, and we can be at the loss. So this is good for economy. I think financial inclusion, which is the, I can say, flagship program of the government. Under that, more and more people are being covered under the scheme of financial inclusion, because this will give a surge to our economy. So although ideas are good, but at the grassroots level, I think we should work more so that all people can be included, can be covered in the concept of financial inclusion. So the thing is that we have to digitally educate the people, and low literacy rate, as I was saying, that this is a problem in India. And one more merit I can just here I just mind it, that it's transparent. Actually, we can just get all that details even through online means, like we can get all those details or transactions, whatever we have done, we can get online through online means. And even many services are provided, like debit card, credit card is there. So these are some of the, I can say, authentic those tools which we can use for the transaction of money. So it's also I think it's also beyond boundaries. So that is more crucial, that sometimes we have the physical means of transaction. It is always burdensome, that is time consuming, but this one is too easy, too faster, too, I can say, accessible to everyone, if one is having digital knowledge, and he do have at least a cell phone, I can say, so he can do it. So it do have both merits and demerits, but once we are once we are informative, once we are knowledgeable, I think it will be more effective and more, I can say, beneficial for us. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely it is more beneficial for us. Yeah, you well said every points you covered. So, who want to go next? Philomicist, are you there?
Okay. Okay, if I have to talk about the advantages of cashless economy, then there's first one is like it could be transparent. Nowadays, computerized payments will improve transparency and culpability, and the progress of the economy will liabilities can slowly take place in a cashless economy. And the second point is, I can say, it limited cash fraud, like theft or fraudulent acts concerning cash will be reduced. And because of this note ban, nobody would dare to steal money, and which will promptly hinder the theft, since the banks won't accept that money anywhere. And the third advantage is like the payment is effortless. Uh, Nowadays, in if I have to tell, like in case of examination also, the fees payment is via um, cashless only, because there's some national level examination, they take the money via cashless, like it could be debit card, credit card, or from GPay, because paying the money or drafting systems are not occur nowadays, because cashless system is easy. The cashless transaction guarantees more manageable payment across the nation. And there's some other ways like NEFT, unfundable already mentioned about this thing. And next advantage I can say is like easy international pay. Exchange of currency is a monotonous job for many individuals who usually reach for international level, and cashless payment is an excellent option for those people. And if I have to tell about that, no, demonetization, I think, yeah, I forgot the time. Because of these things, what happened, what's the reason behind this? Government thought that they can able to get a lot of black money. Why? Because if it's not cashless, then money is in home, and people can able to save a lot of money in home. But if the
That is correct.
transaction and everything is cashless, then they cannot able to put a lot of money in home. And if they put the money in bank, then government should ask them like, um what's the reason why that much money you are putting in bank, and how you can able to get that much money? Because if your income is less, how can you able to get that much money? So, and if I have to talk about the disadvantages of cashless economy, then first one is low literacy rate. There's a lot of villages, backward areas in India. They don't know how to use the smartphone, and for those people, it's really hard to use the phone pay, Paytm, GPay, and all. And in case of cashless system, there's some chances of corruption too, because we heard about some news like suddenly the amount of bank is removed, someone misuse it, and like there are some hackers and all, they can able to take our money from our bank. So this is a disadvantage. And yeah, it's known as cybercrime. Yeah, we can say cybercrime. And yeah, that's it all from my side.
Yeah, you spoke very well. You covered all points. And yeah, who want to go next? Come up, guys. Sketch, are you there?
I would like
Deepak,
to listen.
you should give your points because the topic is very common. Mm, Rana. mm,
Yes, I would like to share my views on this topic.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it's a very pertinent topic in this today's 21st century, the cashless society. So yeah, it's very imperative for us that we need to shift towards these cashless transactions. It's a time of digital era and everything is getting digitalized. And if we still use those physical currencies, then yeah, it's very hard to deal with the online platforms. And it's a time for cryptocurrencies where people can buy and sell the digital assets. So we need a digital currency, and the society is getting a cashless. So it's a big advantage for the entire nation. First thing, the main advantage that it somewhere check the accountability and about the flow of cash in our country. So people have to pay the taxes. In previous time, we have seen that people used to evade from the tax system. So now they are in the main, in the digital. Um, in these with these digital transactions, it's very hard to get away from paying taxes. The another thing is that digital transactions, so it's easy to identify the total money which is flowing in any transaction. If you transfer a huge hefty amount, so it's very easy for the banks to nab all those the individual, those who you know you transfer that black money. So it's easy for the government. And as far as the consumer and the individual is concerned, so I think the individual have the main advantage that everything is there in their smartphone. So they don't need to carry any cash. So there is no any fear of any theft or other kind of thing. So it's quite safe for the individual. It's quite good for the individual. There are different layers of protection in these applications like the UPI and the other rupee and other those kind of things. So yeah, it's safe for the individual. And but yeah, the main disadvantage, I would say that digital literacy in the country is quite low. So people, especially in the rural areas, don't even know and don't have a much trust, to use these digital application and to make the society cashless. So yeah, they still have the fear about this digital technology. So this is the main the problem. So we need to first educate the people about the digital literacy. Then we can make the society completely cashless. So yeah, that's from my side.
Yeah, great. You spoke super. Yes. Now, who want to go next? Deepak. Dot, you can speak now. You listen now.
What's the topic of today?
So the topic is merits and demerits of cashless economy. You can speak about this topic.
Yeah, in my point of view, it's a very good to have a, digital currency and move to the cashless cashless transaction because in this era, technology is everything, and if I have to do something. If I will not connect with the technology, I will not make a huge change in my life because technology is now everything. And suppose I have to go somewhere and I will just take a huge cash. Then it's a high possibility that someone will accept my money. They just uh, flee away with my bag. So it's a very difficult to travel with cash. So we should t- uh, move to the cashless transaction and digital transaction. But there are some problems also with the digital transaction because it's all based on AI technology, and there is a loophole also. So we are not that much aware. That's why some scammers are uh, doing their job very easily. They just uh, save from our account very easily. It's also a very common. So we should also be prepared for that, and it's very we should go to with the digital transaction, but we should aware of all the problems with this, and we should be always careful.
Yeah, absolutely correct. So who want to go next? Rainbow, are you able to speak?
I can speak.
Yeah, Avi, you can go. The topic is merits and demerits of cashless economy.
Merits of cashless economy is it is easy for everyone. It is easy for higher transaction. It is easy if you have for exchange like 1 rupees, 2 rupees. If they earlier you don't used to have, then people then they used to give chocolates or toffee for that thing. Then you can do transaction. You can do transaction even in paisa like 0.75 or something like that. But it seems very silly in to trade in 0.75 or something. But if we see in a huge transaction of a small quantity like in share market, then it becomes huge. So this is the extra benefit of cashless economy or cashless transaction. And also everything becomes very easy within a fraction of second. You can do transaction of crores. And also there is no need to visit in bank. There is no queue, long queues. So these are the benefit of uh, the cashless transaction. And demerits are that the only demerits are that fraudulent cases are increasing just because of it. And within a second, earlier, if you nobody can snatch you 1 crore from you, because if you will do that, then it would be in huge quantity. By snatching it and going of that much rupees, it would be great amount of effort and planning it require. But nowadays, within a few clicks, your crores of rupees would be vanished. Even you would have no clue where that thing have gone and which part of the country or in the world your rupees have went. You have no clue, because most nowadays these cases are increasing, that when the huge amount of money are being deducted from there. And also you have to pay extra taxes. So these are the demerits, you can say. So that's my point, Gitanjali.
Yeah, your points are very good, and this is exactly happens with Miss daily life. So yeah, who want to go next?
You know
Sam.
what? Even one person have done transaction. One person called him that, sir, I need to send you money because you have took the LIC policy, something like that. And he said that just send me 1 rupees just to confirm it, and then I'll send you the money. And he sent it 1 rupees. Then that guy sent it 2 rupees to in his account. He said that now transaction has been done. I mean, it's proper. And then you know what? After again that the guy said that now you need to send 800 rupees for the cost of rupees to sending you. And then that guy then that guy have sent a link. He said that just touch on it, and that was not at 800, that was 80,000 actually. So he just click on it and he did that, and he lost all his money, 80,000. And then after that he did police complaint or something. Nothing happened. Police was even scolding him, how can you do like that? And when they finally traced the location, and the money have went in a village which is the border between Delhi and Haryana, I guess. And that village was in Chambal or something. I don't know. The money have went in the border of two state, and that was forest areas, and where two states police have to come. I mean, it was not easy to go there for police, because you have to take permission from somewhere, something like that. And nothing happened with that money. So those who do these kind of thing, they are very intelligent, you can say. So yeah, so these things are happening.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Who want to
sometimes
add?
what happened and sometimes what happened that these monies went into foreign account, and then it become almost impossible to track them.
Yeah, So who want to add new things? Some altruist, are you there?
Yes, I just joined. May I know what's going on?
So the topic is merits and demerits of cashless economy.
Okay, fine. Okay, I can start. See, when we talk about a cashless economy, we have seen a rising, the government is providing an impetus for cashless transactions with the initiatives like Digital India and Bharat Net. In fact, with respect to Bharat Net, we are almost connecting our gram panchayats with the villages with internet. And with the 5G faction or the auction, which is going to start tomorrow, the Digital India or the promotion of Digital India will be getting a further leapfrogging with respect to that particular aspect. So at this point of time, the importance of cashless transactions gains prominence. So if I say about the positives, definitely cashless transactions means there will be less usage of cash or cash less, because we don't say that it's we completely avoid using cash transactions. It's like we use less cash and we go for the digital payment. So we have seen the technological positives or the positive side of technology, wherein when we use technology, we can reduce corruption. And when we use less cash, this means that the corruption can be decreased to a particular level. And of course, the other factors like we will be giving effect to the technological aspect. We will be using technology for transaction. Then it will be very easy. There will be a seamless transaction, because when it comes to the cash transactions, we have seen that it may create certain impediments with respect to the transaction. But when it is digital, it would be very seamless and very the time consumption will be very less. At the same time, on the flip side, there are certain challenges as well. The challenges include, we have seen we have seen with respect to many cases in the newspaper and news items regarding the data breaches or the challenges with respect to the security, because internet is like, there are many ransom there are many challenges with respect to internet. There are chances of your data privacy. With respect to the transaction, there will be illegal transactions or fraudulent transactions which might be taking place. And moreover, other challenges include the technological aspect which we need, the infrastructure. Of course, we have this scheme called Bharat Net, and but at the same time, the penetration is not that deep. The speed with which we have the speed with which we create the infrastructure is not enough. The government should provide an impetus for that. Then, of course, all the million population of if we have we have almost 700 million population actually using mobile phones. So to prompt them to use the cashless transaction, that will be a challenge, because the behavioral challenge we have seen with respect to Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. The major challenge which we face is changing the behavior or the mindset of the people to use toilets. So the same case applies here as well, because in villages people are used to cash transactions. So to instill or invoke this behavioral change, we need positive intervention when it comes to the local communities or the gram panchayats. So that could be my opening remark.
Yeah, it was great. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Gitanjali.
Yes. So who want to add something about this topic?
Okay, may
Yeah,
I?
law. Yes, law of attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So first thing, before implementing cashless economy, people need to have basic knowledge of using their devices as a money uh, mediator. Like, they should be also aware about the security concerns, and like see, and also another thing, like also the infrastructure isn't adequate enough and in the present everywhere, and this is the big hindrance also, and implementing the new system. And people also have concerns. I saw people have lot of concerns related about paying to money someone, and how much money that every bank deduct different money for your transactions money. So people have some concern for that purpose. And moreover, even after governments like comes over and above all the setbacks in COVID, yeah, yeah, it will be good for the black money, for government also and public also, and automatically corruption will be less uh, inclined towards the black money. And these are more ways to do this also. We have some another way also to decrease the corruption, but cashless economic is the one way. And yeah, these are the basic problem also, like what people thought when cashless economics will happen. But yeah, it's a better treatment of the society of people adopt those things. And it will be required efforts, a lot of efforts it will be take for the public also and for government also. And some of the basic advantage I would say, like digital money and mm, reduce the tax in innovations. Yeah, if it will be cashless economic, uh, government can government can easily track the tax evasions, and they can analyze the citizens. I forget. Yeah. Government can easily analyze the financial activities. Less crime less crime in black market. So these things will be happen. Will be reduced if cashless economic in India. Yeah. And saving cost of the cash, like these are the cost of the, like if you are if it will be cashless economic, so every Indians will be put the money in bank. So in that way, every people will get the some interest every month, like when digital payment also come. So every person are using digital payment. So in that way, people are trying to put the money in bank, so they got some advantage about interest. So people will get also interest also for money. So yeah, that one is also advantage for every person. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, and another things I will say, like system and government can eradicate the parallel economic black money to the extent existence whatever possible. So from the cashless economic, they can eradicate the black money. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice point. Means we can eradicate the black money and our country will become beautiful. So yeah, who want to go next? Hmm.
On what point I have to talk? Like we have to talk what, like
No,
what
the
discussions?
topic is the merits and demerits of cashless economy.
Okay, demerits of cashless economy.
Both advantage and disadvantage. You can put.
I would say like for the uh, there is lots of advantage for the cashless transactions are there. Like in economy, uh, there are lots of black monies has been suffered because of not putting the monies in the banks and all. So being doing in the cashless for the cashless transactions, people need some bank account. So for that particular required, bank has some updations, and bank has some particular documents and all. So through this, no one will put some money or in their personal account on the basis like not more than according to the government, or they don't put black money in the bank without any justifications of that particular money. So it will, like because of that, cashless transactions, black money will be reduced, or money laundering will be easily will reduce. So if I talk about the demerits, like Demerits is for those people who are lived in the rural area, like they don't know about transactions, they don't know about some UPIs, they don't know about how to do some cashless transactions. So for them, you know, these things are really, you know, tough level for them. So I think these are the only this is the only demerits for the cashless transaction. But if I talk about the, like, you know, cashless transaction of benefits, so if we go to the market, so if we don't have any change, so for cashless transaction we don't need any change and all, so we just click on the button of mobile and just do the Google Pay and just swipe the cards and all. So it's easy for the people who uh, know how to handle, like, you know, new transaction and all that. Like for that, you know, the government are also doing really effort for the peoples, like, you know, financial inclusions are also be provided for rural peoples and all. So I think demerits is only like one demerits for the rural people, and another demerits, like, you know, in online transaction there is risk, like, you know, 0.5% risk is always be there, like for the hackers and all, you know, some of the hackers, like, you know, hack your bank account sometimes. So that is also the demerits. And if you like get, like, if you have some bank account money, and you know, if someone like hacker hack your account at the time, like, you know, you won't do anything, like, you know, you won't travel, like, you know, you won't trace the hackers at the time also. So in my perception, in my scenario, like, these tools are the demerits of cashless transactions. But you know, there are lots of advantages are there because of, you know, cashless transactions that imposed in India, you know, after after 2019, that Modi government, like, you know, demonetization, like, Indian GDP has been increased. Why? Because, you know, such black money has been not the black money, like money laundering case, has not been found after that, you know, demonetizations. So because of cashless transactions, uh, you know, some of the people who took their money into their home and all, so they don't pay the taxes to the government. So it also helps to increase our country's GDP also. Okay.
Yeah, well said, Dhiren. Your all points are nice.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So who want to go next? Papa ki pari, are you there?
See,
Yeah.
Geetanjali,
Yeah, I'll trust.
I would, I would, I would like to add, one, 2 to 3 points more.
Yeah, sure, you can go now.
Okay. So when it comes to, giving an international dimension, I would say that we have this Financial Action Task Force, which was actually the primary mandate of that organization is to prevent money laundering. So when we talk about this cashless transaction, of course, it is going to aid to the efforts of FATF. And in fact, we have seen that Pakistan has been in the grey list. Soon, I believe that Pakistan will be listed in the blacklist soon, because till now they have not taken any measures against curbing money laundering or financing terror. But in this initiative, countries could focus more. If they focus more on cashless transaction, definitely the mandate of the FATF would be uh, it would be an impetus for the mandate of that particular organization if we have more cooperation, provided we bring in the cashless transactions. Then the second one would be the impact on economy. I would say, since Leo Patrick actually mentioned about the tax evasion could be curbed, so I would say that if there is less tax evasion, the government will be having more money, and that more money could be spent for the welfare of the people. So ultimately leading to or giving effect to the directive principles of our constitution, which basically says that India is actually a welfare society or welfare state. And another one could be, I am dubious about the fact that when we have cashless transactions, I am really concerned about the mushrooming of the digital currencies which is taking place. We have seen with respect to Bitcoin the skyrocketing of the the skyrocketing of the prices, which we have seen for dollar, and then it actually plummeted to a low. So there are challenges, and I'm wary of the fact that if bitcoins or the digital currencies could take in place or replace the money, of course we have RBI taking several initiatives in that regard. So let's hope for the best with respect to that. And it should always be, we should always be concerned about that. And at the same time, the issues like the basic challenges like the infrastructure challenges should also be curbed. Thank you.
Yeah, we got the new information, and your point was great. Dhiren, what do you want to say? Dhiren?
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, do you want to add something?
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
So, you know, uh, because of finance, as he just leave, he talked well said regarding the financial action task force and all. So, and also he said about the RBI is taking lots of initiatives for to improve our economic, not only the economic, to improve even in the rural area to provide cashless transactions, for through the scheme called financial, Jan Dhan Yojana and all. So if India will total be digitalized or total be cashless in the future days, then at the time, our GDP or our economic will surely be increased. So cashless transaction is not about the cashless transaction doesn't mean that you have to just pay the money while you're purchasing and buying only. But cashless transaction to being in to do the cashless transaction, you need some. You have your own bank balance. You have a bank balance, so it means that it leads to the effect on the economy. So if now in future, yeah, India will be totally digitalized and totally cashless. At the time, our economic will surely be increased, and as compared to the today's GDPs, at the time, India's today's GDPs is just only in the 9 point and all. So at the time, we surely will increase at that time.
Yes, you're correct. Mm. So, if no one is here to speak about this topic, so I want to add something. Um, So, first of all, you all guys already put all points, so there is no so much from me. But first of all, we should know what is cashless economy. So, cashless economy is the way of transactions which is not based on the money like notes or coins, and the cashless economy is we can do in the form of credit cards, debit cards, Paytm, phone pay, UPI, and there are lots of applications are also are there from which we can do the transactions. And the purpose of cashless economy is to control the movement of illegal money, like everyone talk about the black money. So to control about this type of thing, the cashless money, this type of digital economy started. And talking about its merits, so first is means it is very less time consumer. We can do the transactions without going to bank, for little things like inquiry of our balance and doing the transactions. We have to go in a bank, which consumes our lot of time. So it became a very easier uh, by online transactions. We have to just tap on a one button and we can do the transaction. And second is in a bad situation, like in a danger situation of some, suppose the COVID-19 pandemic. So in those days, we are not able to come out of our shelter. So that time, if we want to send money to our relatives or something, so the online transaction is very beneficial because we can't go out of our shelter. So that time it was the best way to transaction of money. So this is one merits of this. And next is, if people get online salary, then they get a salary slip which helps to take a loan. Means if we are getting the loan, or some needy people who want to get the loan, and the online transactions giving us opportunity, so how beautiful it is. So this is one merit of or advantage. And I think the next one is, means this cashless economy will save our environment as well. I can say that, means if we are doing a cashless transactions, so we are using the less papers, because if we are went in a bank there, to do the transactions we have to fill up some forms and everything. And if we are doing the online transactions, so it reduce the use of papers. And uh, less use of papers is lead to the is lead to the, means it saves to our trees, because pages will made up by the trees. So this is one advantage. And talking about another, yeah, Leo, are you talking something?
Yeah, I wanna say something. Last point related about how what will happen if governments and India will go for cashless society. Uh, so it's good, but we need to ensure that there is no technology gap within society. For instance, like some if some homeless person works some odd job, okay, and then how will they get paid if they don't have cell phone? So there needs to be some basic social safety and needs to ensure that everyone can participate in the cashless economic. Otherwise you are pressing out people from the workforce and increasing will increase the poverty. So cashless economic, it will be good, but will whole India will get cell phone same time, then it will work cashless economic. Otherwise, it will be increase the poverty for lower people.
Yeah, because they don't aware about this transactions, and even they are not able to handle, because in rural area there is a network issue and people are not aware about, means how to use it. And they think doing cashless transaction, it's very complicated. But we have to make them aware, and they should take the advantage of this transaction. Yeah. Okay, I want to add one thing more, like cashless transactions will grow to our country, means because there are so many ways, so many applications are launching. Like the new feature on WhatsApp also arise. And means if applications are launching the transactions, then it will increases the employment. And increase in employment will automatically increase the demand. And demand automatically increase the growth of our country. So the cashless economy is good.
Okay, thank you, Gitanjali. It was good. Yeah, you can ask to any person wanna say something
Yeah.
because recently a lot of people join. So yeah,
Yeah,
anyone wanna say
anyone.
something about
mm,
cashless economy? Haina Siraj, unknown, black. Yeah, Haina Siraj.
yeah.
I just want to know, are you talking about the cashless economy?
Yes, yes.
Uh, So, according to me, in the current scenario when the India is already in a very technological world. We are already entered into a very great technological world. So the cashless economy is one of the elements. If talking about this technology, so I think it's the best thing, and it shows that our country is becoming more developed and getting more advanced. And also, there are lots of advantages of cashless economy, as we do not have to carry cash all the time, and it also reduces the risk of theft and sort of unfortunate events that can happen. With this, there are lots of advantages also, like we do not have to carry, but we can order anything at any point of time, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was great. Mm.
Which
Yeah,
topic you discussed?
cashless economy, the advantage and disadvantage of.
Okay. Can I say something?
Yeah, sure, you can.
Just I say the economics will be increased, because we are transactionally used, and the simple one I will be say the small businessmen people are very disappointed the government decision. That's why the more economics will be decreased. So we help the all small small businessmen people say. So we will support, and we will improve the increasing the population or increasing the value of rupees.
Yeah, he left. Vipu, do you want to add something about this topic? Hello?
Nothing. Because I am in office. That's why I can't speak more.
I want to add one more point.
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
I?
sure. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I've just this point just came into my mind that in the cashless economy, the problem of black money also solved. Like there is no under the table transaction. Most of people, if we do transaction with electronic formats, all the transactions are in the eyes of government, and we do not hide any transaction, and we have to pay tax, and all the black money problem situation, all these things can be curbed. So this can be also a very big disadvantage for the cashless economy. And also, if the term the cashless economy, we can say that there is no actually physical exchange of cash. So this also reduce the work of RBI. We have to print the money, we have to print cash. So this also reduce the this printing process also reduce. So I think this can also be advantage of that.
Yes, definitely. This is one most important advantage. Yeah.
But I was thinking that what can be the disadvantage of cashless economy? Do you have any?
Yeah, like disadvantages like hacking or identity found though means hacking is very common thing like people
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do yeah,
Okay.
and
Cyber crime.
cyber
Cyber,
crimes it will can be
exactly.
happen,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah. Yes.
many people are not aware about how to handle this.
Yeah. Illiteracy also can be the problem,
Yeah,
mainly in the rural areas. Like they cannot able to get the advantage of cashless economy.
yes.
Exactly.
And the technical problems are there. Means if we started doing transactions, if some technical glitches happen, then it will be possible like our money will send and the opponent people didn't get. So that time
Exactly.
to
And
whom
also
we are
sometimes,
going to
hmm
say like where we can complain, right? This is one
exactly.
means
Sometimes it happens that when we pay money to someone, but it to pay to some other person by mistake, it can
yeah,
happen,
yes,
and it
this will
can be a
also
biggest
happen.
flaw of this cashless economy.
Yes. So, Sapna, are you there? Anyone want to add uh, some something about this topic? Yeah, Laddu.
About what? About cashless economy?
About yes, cashless economy.
Like yeah, we know that means India now at months now India going toward digitally, so everyone are using cashless, like cashless in the form of card, in the form of UPI, or means net banking and many things, and this will like reduce lots of means effort before we are going to bank for doing any kind of small stuff also, but now we can do all things by a through a fingerprint, like just sitting on our home in a room, and we can do anything like order anything, and we can pay the money also. So this will be really means improve a lot, and this can save our time also. On the same hand, it will be good for the environment when we are not using our money, which means a cash. So it's the save of environment, save the the time and effort also. On the same hand, it's like a digitally, so the transparency is also, and it's a more transparency. Anyone can anyone can show, and means suppose I'm paying any money digitally, so I have a proof on the same hand. Yeah, I'm paying it to that person. So it will be get a great impact in India. And now the upcoming days, everything will be cashless. I think so. There is a lot of means thing to speak regarding this topic.
Yes. You put the good points. So Anand is here.
Yeah, good evening, guys.
Yeah, good evening. So the topic is merits and demerits of cashless economy. You can put your view.
Cashless economy.
Yes. Online
Is it
transactions.
the same in like online transaction digital mode like that?
Yes, yes,
Okay, okay. Yeah, definitely. So, so as we all know that the digital mode of payment is very popular in nowadays in uh, for many, I think 3 to 4 years, because the initiative has taken by the prime minister or from the prime minister schemes like digital India. This scheme really helps in the encouraging the people to get to attract to the digital mode of payment, because it not only ease the payment mode, but also gives a very easy mode like Google Pay, like Veem Pay, like Phone Pay. There are so many applications which are very easy to use. Like before that, we have to, if I have to transfer any money or a amount to a particular account, there is a so hectic thing. Like we have to go to either bank or we have to go to the internet banking. That is so hectic for a particular person. Like no one knows how to log in there. No one knows how to transfer the IFC code and blah blah blah. But now what happened with Google Pay and these type of things, like you have only enter the phone number of a particular person and you can send money within a second. So that is really helpful for people, not for the richer one, but also the beggar who at least can afford the mobile phone. So on that way, it also encouraged the initiative to lead to digital mode of payment. The second thing is that it also eased the lining in the banking and going to ATMs for collecting the cash. Like whenever you have to go to purchase money purchase something from the market, you have to borrow some money from the ATM, or you have to just withdraw some money from the ATM. But this way, you can also visit to market without having a single penny. With your smartphone, you can pay anywhere, like from the gupchup staller to the every bigger market like malls, like Vishal, whatever they are. But you can pay to every single point position or point. So that is the we can say that is the big advantage. That is the biggest merit of this payment system. The second thing is that it also, if we talk about the demerits, definitely there are something, there is the opposite side of a single coin. So we cannot ignore some demerits. But yeah, like if there is 90% of the things are advantageous, then we can accept or grab that thing, whatever the demerits. We can ignore that thing. The demerits are like many people who are illiterate in our rural society. Like everyone knows that in India, more than 50 or at least 50% of the people who are very poor as well as illiterate, so they don't know how to use this type of application. So they get cheated from a person, like they used to shopkeeper, and many person fraudster have to do some kind of fraudulent to those person, and that's lead to economic losses or financial losses to a particular person. Maybe he had done some hard work, after that he had gained some money, but within a second it also leads to some thing. So the thing is that Prime Minister has taken the good initiative, but apart from that, we have to also encourage and aware people more and more, so that we have to just decrease the losses of financial things. Those who are illiterate, even the literate one, they are also going to trap on this kind of fraudster by cheated one by several ways, like SMS, like calling. But yeah, we can ignore that thing, but after taking such awareness to the society, and we can overcome with this problem. And apart from this problem, yeah, there are so many methods that can be helpful for our society in a good manner. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. We should make awareness to the people who are not aware about this, then they can easily get the advantage of this cashless economy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also want to say something about this topic, guys. Can I?
Yeah, sure, Aditya.
Yeah.
Go
So
on.
first of all, very good evening to all of you. So topic is really very interesting, like merits and demerits of cashless economy. So guys, actually we have two mode of payment. Okay, the first one online and offline. So generally right now we are using online mode of payment because in online mode of payment we have a benefits. Okay, we have some pros. So what is that pros? So we don't require to you can say take care of, like we don't require to keep money with when you are traveling somewhere. Okay, because nowadays robbery case is also going on, increasing day by day, like someone looted his or her money. So we can escape from those kinds of things. We can reduce the possibility of looting, possibility of robbing our money and all those kinds of things, storing our money and these kinds of things. So obviously, online mode of payment is really beneficial and it's working well. But somewhere, what is the demerits of online mode of payment? Like then somewhere there will be some internet problem, so you can't payment at that time, and that time will be very you can say penetrating, because at that time we can't do anything. Further, you have no any money, you have no any cash, and you cannot payment. You cannot secure or you cannot secure your payment. So this is the demerits. And there is also one demerit, that is losing our privacy. Nowadays we know very well, we applied all those things when you are whenever we started any application, whenever we start any application on mobile phone, so we have to give in some information. So we are giving information, that information is submerging or just deploying on website, on a proper website. So when any hackers, if they can access, if they will ask and like access anywhere, okay, anyhow, so that events will be, that moments will be problematic for us. Like we can lose our privacy, we can lose some data. So this is the demerits, but actually lots of merits are there. Very simple, like it doesn't require any kinds of giving information like ATM card sweeping. And some people, you said very well, some people don't know what is the code. Okay, like our IFSC code and all the other thing. Like whenever we are transferring money from different bank account to different bank account, so it will be problematic. So we can resolve all those problems by using online mode of payment. Like we having a different software like ePay, PhonePe, Google Pay, Paytm. This is very useful and this is very easy to use. So we can use it easily and we can make our payment secure and we can done our payment. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly. That was good.
Okay, most welcome.
Yeah. Anyone want to add something about this topic?
The one thing Aditya added, like hacking or something like that, losing the information. But as far as I know about this, like if you use the authorized application, so there is no uh, problem for losing your whatever the privacy, whatever the data. Because if you use the Google Pay, if you use the Phone Pay, that all these applications are authorized applications. So they even at least they even show that your payment, your mode of payment is 320-bit security bit is safe. That means it is a high encrypted data going to transfer. So I don't think so that your data is going to lose to some authorized application. Yeah, if you will say that some particular website, so definitely if you are an illiterate person, then don't you, I already said that we have to maintain awareness in our society. In that way we can say that we have to just abstain from using those websites. We have to just limit ourselves to those applications which we want to use or which we know how to use. That's it. Otherwise, if you are going to some malicious website, definitely you lead to some, not only your privacy but also the data or the money. So definitely, but yeah, as far as the data is concerned to this digital platform, I will say that the authorized person will not gonna do any harm to our data or privacy or money. Even if you do any payment to any of your website, like marketing website, like uh, social media website, like suppose Amazon and Flipkart, so your money is so safe. Even if you cancel the order, you got the money within second. So you can trust on them. Like they are authorized applications. So I want to say that, I want to add that if you are relying on authorized website or authorized application, you no need to worry about your data or money.
Okay, well said, Mr. Anand. But for your kind information, I would like to add something here. As you said, something like we can't lose our privacy. Good answer, answer. Okay, but now, actually, let me know from where they can access our account. First of all, they will hack our Gmail ID. Okay, our email ID. After that, first of all, we will give like we generally used to give all the information like email ID, phone number, whenever you are operating any software. So what will happen after that? Hackers having different ideas. Okay, different code and different ideas. They can break the code and they can say bypass the antivirus also. Okay, so they will attack on your email ID. They are not going to attack on your bank account. No, first of all they will attack on your email ID, and as a real authorized person they can easily access your bank account because they will send OTP code on your email ID and they have already logged in your email ID in their phone, and they can easily, as an authorized person, like bank operating system will thought that you are operating that application right now, but the operating person is different, will be different. So in this way this kinds of thing is happening. Actually I am from different background, like from data security analysis background, so I have knowledge about this kind.
Okay, but yeah, you are pretty much right. Like you have the knowledge about your background and you are saying the right information. But I think that if you don't use any malicious application, then nobody can hack you. Yeah, if a person who is like a hacker, pro hacker, then definitely even the Mukesh Ambani's bank account is not safe then, if the hacker is so pro. But as far as the normal thing is concerned, like a genuine hacker, so he firstly influence you to install some kind of application. So I said that that awareness should be in our mind, like we don't have to install any unknown application in your mobile phone, so that we cannot lead to hacking or like malicious things to our mobile phone. So in that way we can protect.
Okay, do you know, just let me know, I will take 2 minutes more. Okay, do you know how many times hackers attacked on Mukesh Ambani account? Several times. But actually Mukesh Ambani have also had some ethical hackers to protect their account. But you have no any ethical hash to protect your account. If hackers will like know your email ID, they can easily hack account. Actually, the thing that is most that they are in confusion, that they are always in confusion. Like if I will hack your account, so how much money I will get from your account? It may be something like 200, maybe 2000, maybe 2 lakh. But they know very well, like Mukesh Ambani account having also like enormous amount of money, so it will be productive. So they will attack on that, like on Mukesh Ambani account. So after that, what will happen? Like Mukesh Ambani have also had some ethical hackers to protect account, but we don't have. But those who are like basic hackers, okay,